Hi again, everybody. We're here with another under $20 radio review where we go out and we find inexpensive, unheard of stuff and for under $20, and we do an unboxing and quick initial review of them and of radios. I guess I should say, I shouldn't just say stuff. It's radios. Shortwave radios, actually. That's kind of what I'm into. And this all started with, you look at shortwave receivers and transceivers, and more money and more money and more money. And I wondered, how cheap could somebody go and still get some kind of a usable radio? And all of a sudden that turned into a collection. And the collection turned into a drawer full. And now the drawer full has turned into, gosh, why don't we do reviews of these things? And, my disclaimer up front is, this ain't professional. Certainly not professional videography, not a professional review. Your mileage is going to vary, I'm sure. But it's just something fun to do. If you can't have fun, find another video. And anyway, today, if you've been playing along at home, you know that I'm kind of fond of Tivdio, Tivdio. Don't know how you pronounce it, don't care. I pronounce it Tivdio. And it all started with Vite, the V-111, V-111. Great little radio. Can't find them anymore. But you find the Tivdio V-111, which is exactly the same thing. I think, don't hold me to it, but I think Tivdio bought out Vite. And anyway, we've done a review of the Vite V-111. A few weeks ago, we did the Tivdio V-115. Don't believe I rated that radio at the time. I hadn't started the 1 through 10 thing just yet. 1 being absolutely the worst and 10 being pretty darn good for under $20. And the V115, I would say very close to a 9 out of 10, maybe 8.6 out of 10. Probably a 9 out of 10. It impressed me to no end. Still impresses me. It has a bass speaker in the back, which really adds some punch to FM stations. It had a flash card you could put in, an MP3 player, had a microphone on it. You could record the radio. Holy cow, it was loaded with features, and it came in like at $14.99. And so when I saw this come up, the Tivdio V117, I saw it for $14.99, and I said, I got to try it. It's a 3-band radio, FM, AM, I get that. Shortwave means all your shortwave bands are crammed into one band here on the side. Not sure how that's going to turn out, but we're going to find out. And the box is a little beat up, but how they ship from China, I'm impressed they even show up at all. And so with that, let's just tear into this thing and see what we got. We got some nice bubble wrap. Put the box up there in case anybody's got to see that. And we've got English instructions, which that makes me happy since I don't know anything else. I can muddle my way through German instructions, I think. I took 4 years of German. And the last year of my German class, I called him a teacher back in high school, but my instructor told me, he said, I will give you a C if you promise never to take German again. I was that bad. So, yeah, that's okay. So, we've got English instructions. I think I'm smart enough to operate without those. Let's see what else we got. we have got very nice looking, the feel right out of the chemically laden bubble wrap. It feels like powdered metal. I know it's plastic, but it's got that powder coat kind of feel to it. Wow, that's cool. I like that. That feel is very nice. All rounded corners. It's nice. I'm trying to look in the camera so I can see a reflection. I'm going to say maybe a 2.5 inch speaker right here in the front. And just as promised, it's 3 bands. We got FM on this, AM, and shortwave. 41 meter to 16 meter, all crammed within 1.5 inches or so, 2 inches. And a POW power light there. Let's go over on the other side. We've got our off switch volume knob and our tuning knob. What I'm really interested to see with this is how it's got a really smooth feel to it, and it's got to be smooth. Some of these that are really tight and crunchy when you turn, there's no way you're going to go from 31 meter to 25 meter in 1/4 inch and be able to tune anything. And I still have doubts, but we shall see. It feels really nice. It's solid, yet it's smooth. That's okay. Over on the other side, we've got the earphone jack. Let's take a look at our antenna real quick. Up here, up here is our band switch. Should only be 3 switches. What's nice about this already is it tells me where I'm at. A lot of these come out as 5 band, 7 band, 9 band, 12 band receivers, which just means the switch, you have to move the switch to different bands, and they're not marked. And I get it. When you're talking $6.99 for a shortwave radio, I understand it, but you don't know where you're at, and so you physically have to count sometimes. Okay, that click was FM, that click was AM, this click is the 31 meter, this is, and work that way. You almost have to count to figure out where you're at, and sometimes you can't even stop it in between clicks, which it's okay, and it is what it is. And but this is neat because it doesn't light up. It's just got a red thing under it that tells me I'm on FM. When I click it to AM, when I go to shortwave, I know where I'm at. It's a real positive feel. It snaps. That's nice. I like that. It's just quality. And anyway, let's look at the antenna. It does swivel around. Let me get untangled from all the wires here. And it's got probably, I'm going to say 17 to 24 inches. I suppose in the next video I'll actually have a tape measure where I can measure the antenna. Don't know if it's all that important or not. That's okay. And let's look around. I don't want to snap that off. That would be a bad way to start. And on the back side here, we've got our handy kickstand. And for those of you that have been around a while, I like the kickstand because you can set the radio at an angle. And I think to me, it puts a tilt onto the speaker, pushes it more toward your ear. It makes it sound better. If I set it up like this, the sound's coming out just going right across the table, and that's it. If I lay it flat, the sound's just going straight up, and I hear whatever's kind of left over. So it's nice that you can put a tilt on it. Plus it helps when you're trying to film a video that stand does come in handy. But I do notice right back here looks like an enhanced bass speaker. At least that's what it was called on the V-117. Gives a little more bass, a little lower volume, or not volume, but lower frequency, I guess. Bass response, especially handy for FM. This could have really good FM sound. Anyway, the battery door, that's about the end of that. Let's just dive in here and see what we can do. And okay, Well, this is interesting. Let me put that back for a second. What's interesting is a lot of these have a battery door. It's hard to take off, especially hard to get back on after you have batteries installed. One of them was broken in half right out of the box. This is not a battery cover. This is a hatch. You pull it back and it snaps, and then you just lift it up and it opens the battery door. How many of these have we ever lost and said, gosh, I don't know where the battery cover is. I'll just put some duct tape on it, or I'll just go without. This is very cool. I'll get my hand out of the way so you can see it. So it stays attached to the radio. That's neat. I've not seen that. So let's drop some batteries in it here. Hopefully I'm going the right direction. I thought I saw the direction earlier. There we go. We'll snap that. Boy, now that's neat. You know you are a radio geek when you get excited over a battery door. That's just quality, and that's the little pieces of quality that make me really like Tivdio. And I know you're sitting at home saying, Tiv, huh? And I think it's going to be a powerful name. And anyway, let's raise the antenna up. Enough of me jabbering here. Let's see what we can find. It's already on FM. That's okay. My disclaimer, as always, we don't want to play any music off of FM. YouTube gets nervous, copyright and all that good stuff. So we'll kind of skip through. I hope we hear some commercials, and if we do, we'll stop and really test the sound quality on a commercial. It's got a good sound.
When I'm high, I don't go.
Yeah, not getting any. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, he's got some music going. Okay, well, let's go to AM. It's going to be this center column here. You can see it lit up. It doesn't light up, but it turns red and shows you where you're at.
Right now, buy HumX and get a $50 Visa prepaid card. Learn more at hum.com. Offer valid 6/1 through 9/4. Device payment plan or 2-year agreement required. See PCW.com.
If you can hear that.
Live, local, and late-breaking coverage you can count on News Talk 1010.
That's full volume.
CSI. TV6, Storm Team 6 forecast calls for mostly...
And that's about it. AM-wise, just a local station. Let's go to shortwave, and let's just try this. Because what I fear the most is that you're going a 1/4 inch to each band, because there's 41 meter to 31 meter. About half a turn of a knob, and there's a lot of frequencies in between there. Plus it doesn't help. Okay, we're going to try something. With the Texan R818, it came with the radio, earbuds, and it came with a 25-foot long wire clip-on extension. I'm going to clip that on. I normally don't do this. I normally just say, it is what it is, and that's it, and we'll move on. Well, I'm going to clip this on, and I'm going to see what happens. I've got it clipped on now way up there in the tippy top. And let's see if we can get anything else. And I'm really curious. I just don't think so, because I've got a monitor over here on my right that's sitting right on top of me, and all kind of interference from the day is all around. But let's just see what happens. We'll start out. And there again, not getting much. Now we're getting more into daytime stuff. Yeah, I got nothing on that. The only thing would be nice would be to do a separate review of this out in the field someplace where there's no interference around. You could get this wire, you could get it up high up in the air, then see what happens. I've noticed on one other model, did the same thing. Shortwave just didn't pull in anything, but it was during the day. It's 3 o'clock, 3:30, whatever, and about 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock at night, whatever it was, I took it and got it away from the interference. And I was amazed at how much it did pull in on shortwave. Really, really nice. And so, it's not a fair operational test right now. But I can say the one thing that I did notice as I scanned around, it goes down to 41 meters. Okay, or goes up to, I guess. It would have been nice to go to 40 meter, which is really popular, and that would have been kind of nice to have. Maybe even drop off the 19 and the 16 meter just for some of that lower frequencies. It would have been kind of nice. Anyway, neither here nor there, because it's all crammed in just one little band there. It's going to be tough. So, how neat. I don't know if I can clip that back on. Let's clip it back on quickly. Let's leave it up and let's see if AM improved any, because all we got was one local station. There's something. Probably Cincinnati, maybe.
The rate I'm going right now.
Not much. You can hear the interference everywhere. And FM, the only thing that might help would be there's something on FM that we couldn't have got before without the extra wire.
And we had been there about 3 years. And I
you
had
can
been in
hear
church for 3 years altogether, which was great. But then...
Yeah, okay, I don't want to play any more music than I already have. Well, what a cool radio. How cool. This is nice. Trying to stay objective, but boy, I'll tell you what, I am a fan of Tivdio. And I know Texan has a ton of radios out there, and they have quite a name for themselves in the portable radio lineup. Tivdio is going to kick some ass. The three models we've looked at, I'm counting the V-111 as Tivdio because that's all you can buy now is a Tivdio V-111. And so we've looked at the V-111, and it's exactly the same as the Vite. And so we've looked at the V-111, V-115, V-117, and they get better as they go up. in my opinion. And it's got little feet stands there, so you could stand it up. It's not going to go anywhere. It's thick enough that it's not going to fall over easy at all. About the size of, I've got right here, let me pull up my trusty, I still use 3x5 cards, 2017, and I use 3x5 cards. So that's about the size of a 3x5 card, and that shows you about how big it is. As you can see the card, 3x5, and so it's a little less than that. Not much. We can call it 3x5 and be done with that. So anyway, wow. What do I rate this thing? I will immediately, oh man, what I don't like about it, two things I don't like. Shortwave being all crammed into one band. The one single band. How you get all those frequencies jammed down into 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, and good luck with that. So, I don't like that. What else don't I like? Okay, let's go back to what I do like. The sound is absolutely phenomenal. I don't know how it sounds in the video itself. I don't think the video can do it justice. But that little enhanced bass speaker right there, wow, this is cool. And the sound's amazing. I like that. I like the fact that it tells me where I'm at with a little red piece of plastic that glides over. And I like that. Like the sound, like the red. The big thing, and I know you're gonna laugh, this battery door. Gang, that's cool. That's just, I like that. And it's solid. There's no struggle, wishy-washy. No, that's neat. And I know that's bizarre of me to gush over that thing. A little battery door or hatch or whatever it's called. The feel of it, love the feel of it. It's a powdery feel. Hard to explain, but it's a neat feel to it. I like all that. 1 to 10. My first impression was, after the shortwave on one band, I would say this is a solid 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. And then I flip it over and I get hit with that battery door. I'm going to give you 9 out of 10. And what a cool radio. Time to run out and buy one of these. The Tivdio V-117 3-band radio. You can find these Amazon, eBay, wherever. The V-115 is another. If you can't find one of these, grab the V-115 because they're really good too. And more features. The V-115 has an MP3 player and has a microphone where you can record the radio station. If you're into that stuff, the V-115 is the way to go. If you're just after a straight radio with a good, excellent sound, excellent quality feel, then I'd go to the V-117. Anyway, I think if I say Tivdio enough, maybe they'll hear this and send me a big box of free goodies or something. I don't know. Probably not. But Tivdio V-117. Just don't doubt me. It's cool. And you'll like it. So with that, I'm going to end the video. My word, I've been rattling on now for about 25 minutes. And if you like the video, hit the subscribe button. And I try to do a new video, once every week or so. Maybe sometimes twice a week, whatever I feel like. And it's just for fun. Feel free to leave comments. Don't You don't have to tell me how bad the video is. You don't have to tell me how bad I sound. You don't have to give me anything negative, because I already know it. I am not professional, and the quality of video sucks and the sound sucks, but I just do it to have some fun. And I think we live in a day and age where we don't have a whole lot of fun anymore. And so that's why I do this. Anyway, enough of my rant about that. Do what you want. And hopefully you'll tune in for the next review, whatever it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be equally as bizarre as the Tivdio V-117. And I don't know, in the lineup we've got one from GPX. What else do we have? I don't know. GPX, and I don't know what else we do have. Might have a little Kato something in there somewhere. Yeah, I don't know what's coming up, but it'll be interesting, guaranteed. Oh, there's I can't remember what the name of it is now. Doggone it. It's going to be a cute little red radio. I don't even think it has a name. I think it has a model number, but I don't even know if it has a name or not. And it's a cute little red thing, so be watching out for that. And anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed this video, the review of the Tivdio V-117. I'll say it one more time. And we'll see you at the next review. Hi everybody, we're back one more time with a review out in the middle of nowhere. And today I want to look at the Tivdio V-117. I know I'm going to talk a little faster this time because I'm recording this from my tablet, and it only goes for so long and then shuts off. I've been looking at the V-115 really heavy, and you can see those reviews on YouTube. Well, this is the next iteration, the V-117. I don't remember the exact price, comes in under $20. A lot different from the V-115. And I wanted to see, with the shortwave being all one long band, I wanted to see how the reception was. And you probably hear an airplane in the background. That's wonderful. But let's just turn it on quickly and just scan through and see what we can find. I brought an external antenna and hooked it up, and it makes absolutely no difference. And you can see right out of the gate with that tuning knob, it's so tight of a scale that you hit the channel in just a micro turn and you're off the channel then. It's very hard to find channels. And I know when I first reviewed this radio, I gave it a 9 out of 10, and well, that was out of the box, first impression, opinion. And now that I've had time to use it, and with some real world application behind it, I've kind of changed my opinion. It's not a 9 out of 10, that's for sure. And because of that tuning knob being so sensitive, I'll just end the video because I have to shut up here quickly. It only runs for just a few minutes. I'm going to change my review of the Tivdio V-117 after playing with it for a while, and that I'm going to give it, I'm in a good mood today, so I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. Probably a 6.5 is more realistic, but I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. Not a bad radio if you don't expect much, you know. What do you get at McDonald's for $15? Not much. So, you know, this will last a lot longer than that, but don't go at it and expect a Texan PL660 or 680 or whatever. It's not going to happen. But for a $15 radio, it's good. 7 out of 10. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on the next review.